Bags down, spikes on. Welcome to the track. Hi, my name's Colin Waitsman. I'm going to be your host for this episode of Track World News presented by Track Barn. And today we have a very special guest that is joining us. One of the most dominant college track athletes over the last 2 years. He was an Olympic finalist in the triple jump, three-time NCAA champion, Emmanuel Ihemeje. Emmanuel, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you. And we had to go over the name a few times. I wasn't about to butcher it. We did all right that time?
Yeah, Ihemeje. Yes,
Perfect. Well, Emmanuel, thank you for taking the time to do this. For those that don't know you, triple jump, extraordinaire, coming out of the University of Oregon. Before we get into track and field things, I want to start with some off the track type questions. So for those that may not know, you're hailing from the great nation of Italy. And so what were some of some big culture shocks or just things that are different from when it comes to Italy and the United States over here that maybe US citizens may not know?
I would say first of all, the living, lifestyle basically. Like the way we live over there is mostly like you go out before work or school, you get in a coffee shop, you sit down, you get your little espresso, you read the newspaper, you go to school or you go to class or you go to work, whatever you're doing. And then it's a lot about restaurants, we see probably mostly in the plaza, we like to stay in the open space. If we have a break, we take an ice cream, gelato, we call it. And then we do a lot of aperitivi. I don't know how to call it, happy hours.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, we usually walk more in the streets, it's mostly I think all of Europe. But yeah, then we have the food, of course. Italian food. I've been in Italy the whole summer basically, and really was so good. But yeah, I would say even fashion too. I can say they pretty good with clothing, fashion. Italy pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much everything you just mentioned sounds like, okay, pretty much everything's better. Nah. The food, the fashion.
Don't get me wrong. God bless America. America is very great. Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned the food. What are some of the dishes, the foods that you miss, from Italy right now? You're like, dang, I wish I could get blank right now.
Well, one of the dishes, who is this? The pizza. The Italian pizza, I don't think will ever be the same like the American pizza. The taste, the way they make it, I don't know. It's just different. I cannot even describe it. But yeah, the pizza I think is the most thing that I miss about Italy.
Yeah. I went to Italy a little, when I was younger. I think I was 12 or 13, something like that. And I still remember, I can still taste it. And you brought it back to my memory. It's like, oh man, let me find that. I don't find that anywhere here. It's just not like that.
You sharing tears while taking a bite. You're like, oh.
I know at Oregon, one of the more famous kind of areas or restaurants is that Tracktown Pizza. I know some people love it, some people don't. What's your opinion on that place?
To be an American pizza is pretty good. It's pretty good. My teammates, they told me to try the bacon chicken barbecue. I was like, what the hell is that? Then I took a bite. I was like, okay, we talking now. It's pretty good.
Yeah, y'all got something going a little bit around here. There you go. Yeah. What are there any dishes or foods? Because I know Italian food here in the United States is pretty big thing. Is there anything that you're just like, oh hell no, y'all doing this completely wrong. This is blasphemous. This is awful when it comes to the standard. Y'all doing it completely wrong here.
Oh well, I mean, all the Italian restaurants that are being like they're trying, but Italy got so much food. Like they have so many dishes. I mean, I don't know. Probably lasagna, I guess. The lasagna, like the tomato is fresh. The bechamel, I don't know how to explain it in English, but that's fresh too. The meat, yeah. I mean, I cannot even describe it.
Just better, yeah, just better. So if you want some real stuff, go over to Italy.
Oh yeah,
they'll hook you up. They'll hook you up. Oh, awesome, man. And so was this when you came to University of Oregon? Was that your first time here to the States, or had you been?
No. So my family moved. So basically, me and my family, we all decided that we wanted to transfer in the United States. This was like back in 2016, I guess. Yeah. And 2017, 18, around that year, we decided to move in the US. We came in LA and loved it. I thought I was in paradise. Of course, every single like landscape I thought was like GTA. I was like, I think I've been here already. Oh, this was from the movie. So I thought I was in paradise. I told myself I'm in paradise. Cause like basically coming from Italy, watching all the Hollywood movies, you know, like they're making everything appear so great.
Yeah.
And once you're in there, you're like, wow, I'm really here, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we moved to LA. I did my freshman year at Cal State Northridge because, of course, I wanted to stay like around that area, and that's the first scholarship that I got in my hand. But unfortunately, that was 2020 because I officially like came here in 2019, and yeah, 2020, COVID happened, lockdown. You know, you already know, and yeah, I went back home in LA, like with my family. And at the end of the year, like I decided to change, you know, go to the bigger school and choose Oregon.
There you go. So that must have been, I'm thinking, was that a little bit of a culture shock? Because you go from, you know, Italy, great food, great weather a lot. LA, great weather 24/7, massive city, to then Eugene, that's got like 30 people there and rains half the year. Like, I feel that it couldn't have been any more different than what you had experienced for almost your entire life up to that point.
Yeah, basically, like in the last like 5 years, I changed a lot of cities because so yeah, from Italy, then I moved to France. Like France is like near Paris, and that was a new adventure too. And then I went to Manchester because that's where my family like went before coming in the States. I saw the UK, loved it. Saw France, loved it. Then of course the United States, and then Eugene. So like I'm always with my suitcase ready,
Yeah.
like trying to find a new adventure. And I always say like the best motto for me is like carpe diem. As soon as I see like an opportunity, I'll grab it. I'll grab it and go.
Yeah, you're moving around all the time, so you gotta. Yeah, I'm sure your frequent flyer miles are through the roof. You know, what's the airline of choice for you? What do you
United,
like?
because they're cheaper and they're pretty good.
There we go. Hey, I'm right there with you. That's where I'm.
Shout out to United.
Shout out. Let's get some sponsorship deals going on. We might as well. And so then want to transfer things over a little bit to the track and where things got started off for you. So, you know, what got you interested in track and field, and was it always triple jump, or was there anything before that that you started off doing?
Oh, so basically I did, yeah, pretty much. So I started track when I was like in elementary school, and pretty much all my life I was a hurdler. 400 runner holder. So I was even pretty good in Italy, like doing podiums at the national championships.
Oh, like
Even
pole vault, like pole vaulting?
No.
Dang.
400 hurdles.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if you got a pole vaulter here, I
No,
would have
no pole
lost my
vault.
mind.
No, hell no. Not me. I'm not that coordinated. But yeah, so I was a hurdler basically all my life, and then in 17, like in the winter, I tried triple jump. I mean, I wanted to long jump, but my coach told me, "Why don't you try triple jump?" I was like, "Okay, just anything that I can jump," because like the hurdles, oh, they were pretty tough. So after like two meets, no, actually the first meet I qualified for the European Championships. Like I hit the standard, and I was like, okay, I think I find a new event. And since then, I've been triple jumping.
There it is. There, the start of the start of the story. So if you looking at this, I guess this previous year, if you were to train from today until like next season, just the 400 hurdles, do you think you could qualify for the national championship?
NCAA?
NCAA.
Oof. Well, here in the United States.
Completely
fast.
dropped. Yeah.
They're going pretty fast here in the United States. I don't know. It's been a while. Probably I'll qualify for regionals.
Regionals?
Or I'll probably be the first not to qualify for nationals. Probably, I don't know.
Be up there somewhere. Maybe have to dust off the sprint spikes a little bit and take a look. And so I remember, I guess this past year, I guess 2 years ago now, I think it was 2021 national championship. Like you really started having what was like a real big breakout year. You were. I remember watching the championship. I think gave you like the rookie of the meet, the jumper of the meet. And help your team, Oregon, to a indoor national championship. What were those moments like? Coming in, fresh to U of O and being able to, bring home, a team title and an individual title as your first time as a Duck.
Well, coming into U of O, the first meets, I wanted to like show off. I wanted to like show that I was actually good. And then coming into that indoor nationals, I think I was like ranked 7th, 6th, something like that. Yeah. And me and my teammates, I was telling them, don't worry guys, I'll try to beat these guys so I can get more points so we can get the national title and I can say that I'm a national champion.
Yeah.
And then boom, I went into that meal like I was going to war. Actually, I can still remember and jumped 17:26. That meant a lot. Honestly, that meant a lot because I was looking for the 17-meter for like so many years. Because like a lot of people was telling me, you're a 17-meter guy. You can jump 17. I was trying so hard, but I was either getting an injury or I was having bad meets. But that day I saw 17 on the scoreboard. I was like,
there you go.
How did they reach it? Yeah.
I remember watching the national championship. So this was the first one. And to be honest, you weren't on my radar at the time. Like I was making my predictions. I didn't know. I was like, man, this Emmanuel, he's a freshman. Nah, get the hell out of here. I don't know who this guy is. Ain't nobody knows. Like we're not worrying about it. And I see you jump, and I remember they were showing I think it was like right after your jump, and like they announced what the thing was. You just go like, yeah, like just start screaming, just going like that. And I was like, damn, I done messed up. Yeah, that guy's gonna be a problem coming up. So I was like, all right, I ate my words. I'm not betting against this guy. Cause I think you went like, did you go undefeated your freshman year, or it was pretty dang close? I think.
Yeah, I went. Yeah, I think I went undefeated. Yeah, undefeated my freshman year. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, yeah, that's that he done did something. So that was good. And so now, like we mentioned, so you've had 3 NCAA titles. Rank them from importance for you, or which ones you care about the most, and give us a little reason why as to why this was the most important.
Well, of course, the first one is the the first one ranked is my first title because I really went there as an underdog and PR like 3 feet. So that is like emotionally like uh, undescribable. Like I cannot even describe like how good I felt. Basically that like threw me into like the big track war of athletes. Like a lot of like big triple jumpers were giving me congratulations, and I was even like proud that I actually reached that level. The second one, of course, is my second title because I felt a little bit the pressure of uh, everybody that wanted to beat me, and I was competing at home. I Hayward Field that was like the opening of the nationals in that stadium. So like I knew like they were coming for me. I'm at home, you know. So in my home basically. So yeah, and the way I defended the title made me so happy. That was a back-to-back. The meet was great. The fans, the love that the Duck Nation, gave me was amazing. And then of course, the third one is the one of this indoor.
Hmm.
That was amazing too.
Yeah.
Was like a good fight. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. And so it's been, saying like, oh yeah, the third, like a third championship. Yeah, it's the
Ah,
worst of the three. It's like, oh yeah, it's whatever. Then, but something that was exciting. I'm curious from your perspective what it was like. But taking it back to Tokyo Olympics. So one year you're a finalist. So first question would be, what was it like? Not only competing at the Olympics, representing your nation, but doing it at a high level and being able to be one of those top guys. In the world at the biggest track meet, really ever.
yeah. So my 2021 year basically was amazing because after that internationals, I was started realizing that I may go to the Olympics, and never in my life probably I would have thought that I'm actually going to the Olympics, like the biggest
Yeah.
event for all the athletes. And I was started realizing that I may do something, but I was still like focused on getting my second title, defending my second title. I was putting all my focus on my outdoor national. And then once I secured that, I got ready to face the Olympics. I knew that, of course, like after all year long doing meets and competition, I would have been a little bit tired, feeling the fatigue. But my main goal was to reach the final. Because if you go to the Olympics, you're an Olympian. If you made the final, you're an Olympic finalist.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I would like to be called the Olympic finalist. So yeah, let me get that goal. Yeah. So focused to make the final. I still remember the 3 jumps that I took. I gave everything. I gave everything just to make the final. And then the final, I just tried to throw like the rest that I had in my body. Basically, I was really tired, but it was a great experience. Probably one of the best experiences in my life, and especially seeing the biggest athletes. I was like going in the dining hall and I was seeing Edison Felix, especially like nearby, like next to me. I was like, is that Edison? Wait, is that Sydney? Wow. Then I even saw Luka Doncic. That was making me understanding that if I'm there, I might be good.
Yeah, you're there. Yeah, you might be alright if you make the Olympics. I don't know. It's like random guess. If you can make the Olympics, finally, you might be alright. With that, so Italy, you guys had a crazy 5 minutes with Tambiri, who actually just wins the Diamond League, coming off that, but he won the gold medal with the Olympics for the high jump, tied the crazy moment, as well as Marcel Jacobs winning the 100. And then I guess the 4x1 too. Like, what was that day like, maybe that evening like, after Italy kind of pulls off these 2 insane moments like back to back?
So my competition was like 3 days, I think, or 2 days after of course Tamberi and Jacobs competition. And I still went to the stadium to watch the meet, but they were like competing so late that I had to catch the bus and go back to the village. So I was on my way out to the stadium when it was confirmed that Tamberi won. So I was like so happy that the Italian team got a gold medal, not just like a medal, like the best medal. And then I was in the bus. Of course, everyone is waiting for the 100 meters. I know that our Marcel made it to the final and has like one of the best lanes. So I was in the bus. I was trying to watch it on my phone, but I was lucky they had it on the TV, the little TV they have on the bus. So I was there, and I told myself, what if he won? Wait, let me record this. You never know. I went crazy on that bus. And I was the only Italian. I probably lost my voice. Everyone was, like giving me an applause like I won. And I was like, thank you. We won like, thank you. Forza Italia. But it was, I thought like I won because the joy he gave us, like we were like the motion, it was just a lot. And once we got in the village, everybody gathered under like our building. It was like a party. We were all night long. They were going crazy because I had to go to sleep after a while. But we were all like yelling, rejoicing all together. Yeah, it was phenomenal. That was a great night.
Oh yeah, I could only imagine. It's like, man, I don't want to hear no trash talk. We got back to back. You kidding me? We did all that. Oh yeah, I could imagine that. The village had to be going crazy for sure. So that's awesome, man. And then next, kind of want to transition back to this previous year, and so something that was my personal favorite thing for the championship, and I wish we had more of this. It was from you and the triple jumper from TCU, Mapaya or Do. You guys had a rivalry going on. He called you out on social media. There was some back and forth. What was going on behind the scenes? How'd that happen? And do you think we need more of that in track and field?
Oh, well, definitely. I think the rivalry between me and him started from my first title because he was ranked number one, I think. So he was supposed to win, and I beat him. And once like we finished the competition, you go and say, "Good job, man. I'll see you outdoors." And he told me, "Yeah, I'll definitely see you outdoors." So you getting that message, I was like, watch out. And I was like, okay, we go to regionals, one jump and done. He did one jump and done too. No, outdoors. Unfortunately, he got injured on I think his hamstring, and he still finished third. And then during the fall season, honestly, I think we were like sending each other like messages, like I was posting, like I remember I did a post like, okay, let me repeat what I did last year, and he was posting stuff like, this is my year. And we've been keeping an eye on each other, and then indoors. I knew the guy that I was supposed to be like was him, but he had like this injury in his knee that he still finished third, I think. And yeah, I got the title, but I knew that he was definitely coming for me at regionals. At regionals, we were, the West regional prelims. We were like, okay, one and done. Let's do one and done like last year. And he jumped, I think, 1703 without landing. Without landing, I was like, all right, all right, you shade, my guy, you shade. And then on the social media, he was like really like turned up, telling me, I'm coming for you. I was like, hey, I'm already home. I already did this. I'm here. But like I was like we were going hard on each other, but we knew that we were actually gonna put a show on. So outdoors, 2022 national championships, my target was to win so I could get the fourth in a row that I think that would have made history of the first triple jumper doing 4 titles in a row, or he would have been his comeback. So either one of the other would have had a great story. So it was a great meet. It was a dog fight, actually. That was a dog fight, and we both jumped like 17 meters multiple times, and he won. I lost. I got my lesson, of course. You win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to say it, but that's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy. He's like, we brothers, but once we're in the field, oh man, do you, I do me.
I loved it. I liked like just seeing from like from a fan's perspective. It's like we see this in other like sports and other people doing things, and we don't get it too often in track and field. Even though it's the sport that you're going head to head against someone, so you think this is if there's a time to do it, it's now. And so I was like, okay. I remember watching. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I know it's gonna be good. You got two guys with big personalities cheering on the fans, like being as loud as possible. Like this is great. If you, because I'll make sure to get a clip of this. If you could say anything to do right now, maybe get a call out, a shout out. What would you say?
Hey man, our rivalry ain't over. Next year, I'll still compete against you. We'll see who get the best out of it.
There we go. Well, we'll see. Well, we gotta run it back. Gotta run it back. Get another matchup going.
It's not over.
It's not. It's just getting started. Plenty of jumps.
Definitely.
For sure. Awesome. And so next I had a few fan questions coming through here. So let me get these in. So this is from Yik Chris. He says, what did your schedule look like in high school?
High school?
Yeah.
Okay, so high school, I need to clarify that like in Italy, school and track are two different things. School doesn't care about if you do soccer, track, swimming, just focus on school, and then for track, we focus on track. So, my high school was pretty tough, definitely. High school in Italy are really tough, but I was able to, manage both high school and track, and my schedule was looking from 8 a.m. Taking the train to downtown, 8 a.m. going to school, getting off like sometimes 1 p.m. 2, sometimes even 4 p.m. And then I was either going home to have lunch real quick and then going to track or going straight to track. My team, I was lucky, really lucky, shout out to them, that I had like a minibus that was going all around, the neighborhood and pick up and drop off all the athletes basically. So I had the chance to get on their bus, go to practice, finish practice, and go back home. And once I was home, I was destroyed because, of course, like I said, most of my life I was a hurdler. So of course I was doing like 500s, 300s, 150s, going back. So I still remember those days. But yeah, even as a jumper, those days were pretty tired, and the next day repeat. 6 in the morning, you wake up, go to school, and make sure you're doing good at school because there's no tutoring, there's no assignments that they go towards your grade. Hell no. Hell, if you do the assignments, good. If you don't do the assignments, you have a note or a bad mark. That will go towards your grade.
So, get your stuff done and do what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you're gonna have some problems.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Next, this is from Jonathan. He says, now I'm probably going to butcher this, so you let me know. He says, what is the Aeronautica Militaire?
So basically, in Italy, like all the top athletes, they all go into those like military teams. We got the, of course, Air Force, my team. We got the like Carabinieri, Polizia, Guardia di Finanza. Basically, those like, I don't know how I can compare them. Like
different types of
FBI
military
track team.
Okay, yeah.
And CIA track team, basically, because over there, like all those like government like I don't know even how.
Like government groups, government branches, yeah.
Yeah, basically they support sports. So all the individual sports, if you're an athlete from swimming and you're one of the best in the countries, boom, you get a name, and that will like give you like a full-time job because you're officially like a military, and that is basically until you stop doing track. And when you stop doing track, you can still serve for the government, basically. And yeah, that basically is like a lifetime insurance, like a plan B, let's say.
Yeah.
Like if you see that you're doing good in track and you get in this offer. Once you take it, at least you know that you have like another job. Like basically it's your main job
Yeah.
because you basically the athlete, the main athlete. So
Yeah. So we might see an Emmanuel Airlines coming through. Who knows? Air
yeah.
Emmanuel.
No, call me Maverick.
Maverick. There we go. There we go. You're Maverick. Last one that we had here for you is coming from Siggy. He says, "What is your favorite plyo / jumping workout?"
So I like the ones we do it sometimes in practice, especially during fall training. Basically, we have those boxes, and they're pretty high, and then you have like a lower one and a lower one and a lower one, and I like the higher ones because I like to feel the power once I land in the ground, because I'm challenging myself on sticking in the ground without like absorbing the contact. You know, as a triple jumper, you like to like be active on the contact. So
Yeah.
I like to be able to challenge myself and stick in the ground. And each box is a challenge for me. I like to feel the power
Yeah.
of sticking. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the triple jump, that technique and everything, that's difficult, man. I did it in high school a few times, and I was just like, oh man, like you telling me I gotta do this. Doing that and pole vaulting at the same time was not good for my back, man. That was a lot of pressure on the knees and on the back doing that. But we survived. But Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been awesome hearing a little bit about your story. Where can people go if they wanted to follow up on you with more on social media or anything like that?
Well, my Instagram basically is my last name, Junior, Ihemeje Junior. And yeah, I'm always active on Instagram. Not that much on Facebook or Twitter, but yeah, Instagram.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Emmanuel. It's been awesome chatting with you. And thank you to everyone for listening. This has been another episode of Track World News. You want more content? Go and follow us over on Instagram. We post almost daily over there. That's going to do it from us here. Have a good one. Peace.